Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webisode of Mystic Adventures of Wizard101, where I play through Wizard101 with my myth wizard, Abigail Zenwalker. So I'm so excited to get started today. I'm so thankful that all of you are here, and let's get started. See what's going on in the spiral with my level 22, I do believe, myth wizard. All right, here we are with Abigail Zenwalker. She's level 22 and she's hanging out in her wooded cottage. I don't know if the game will take us there, but we'll see. So let's go to the wooded cottage and let's do the daily quest. Grab our daily quest. All right, Old Town. This is an easy quest for the day. I don't know why I went in the bazaar. I think I was on autopilot. Alright, what we got? The graveling badge is giving me a yellow. Oh, yeah. 150. Alright. 200 for the next quest. Alright, so we have our quest on Bjorn, but I think, because I know Grizzleheim, it gets tougher. So oh yeah, I do have that quest with Diego to do. It's a tutorial quest, so oof. I guess we'll get that done. I won't read through the full tutorial quest, so we'll just kind of zoom through that. Hello, my friend. I'm ready to teach you new spell techniques. Enter the gate when you are ready. Welcome, my friend, to the dueling arena. You wish to learn more of the art of dueling, no? Outstanding. Approach the Firebird and we shall begin your lesson. Excellent. You have defeated him and completed your lesson. Alright, that wasn't near as bad as I thought that it would be. So let's see if there's any other quest. Nope. So I want to go to Krokotopia and move Krokotopia along. Although, at level 24, we might go back to Grizzleheim. See if there's any quests. Private Primrose. Spiffing good to see you. With your help, we'll have these crocs cleared out in no time at all. And you can claim your book. You there. You look like a stout lass. I require your assistance. The archaeologists found magical artifacts that may seal the crocs in the Palace of Fire. It's risky, but it just might work. Please find my men and give them these artifacts. Report back to me with news. Alright, that was not the side quest that we were looking for. And it happens to be the main quest. So that was my bad, y'all. We will be talking to Primwell, so we will grab his side quest whenever we talk to him and follow it through. At last, once we use these artifacts, we can stop that army. Thanks for this. I just hope I can hold out against the Nerny warriors. These artifacts had better work. These Kroks are amassing an army. The Nerny nobles just keep coming. Alright, now it's time for Primwell. Thanks. It looks like these Kroks are trying to break out of here. We'll hold the line with these artifacts. I heard from Amanda that the Nerny gained some of their power from the flame gems they keep in the palace. If you could go round and collect them, I'm sure their magical powers would be reduced. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. You were able to collect enough of the flame gems to diminish the Nerny's powers? Brilliant! Soon we'll have those reptiles on the run. Tell you what, I'm not sure these flame gems are safe down here. If I have these on me, I think I will be in danger. The Nerny are sure to try to get them back. I could not hold them all off for very long. I think it would be most prudent if you were to take these outside the pyramid up to Sergeant Major Talbot at the Oasis. He'll know what to do with them. Sounds good to me. You say you want me to hang on to these flame gems so that the Nerny will not be able to use them against us. Of course I will. In fact, I'll have them sent back to Marleybone just to make sure that they stay safe. It won't let me in the Grand Arena yet, I don't believe. So, looks like it's time to move that main quest along. Here we go. Welcome back, Abigail. With the artifacts in place, the Kroks won't be getting out of the pyramid if we can help it. We may have slowed the Kroks down, but I can't just leave my soldiers out there. They'll be overwhelmed. My higher-ups won't like this, but please defeat some Nerny warriors and Nerny flame guardians and give my soldiers a fighting chance. Alright, he's got a side quest for us. Say there, might I trouble you a favor? These brutish desert golems pilfered our food supply, hoping to drive our troops out. Still, nothing stops our strapping young lads from doing their duty. Even so, being hungry will slow our boys down. Can't do battle on an empty stomach. Would you care to wrestle with some of those frightful sand monstrosities and get our tin of food back? I don't mind. I will gladly get you your food back, even though I don't have the right deck here. Here's your food.
Splendid! You retrieved our biscuits. It's hard to do battle, especially when you don't have any biscuits for tea. By Jove, I think you've saved this entire campaign. Cheers! There are still many Nurney warriors and Nurney flame guardians that need a sound beating. Go and battle more of them. Huzzah! We really gave those crocs a what for. The soldiers are holding their own now. Outstanding! My men are doing all that they can, but they can't fight forever. It's not enough to hold the army. We have to defeat it. One last request, Abigail. Defeat the Nurney family. They have erected a spirit barrier to the throne room. Their names are Edo, Nebbit, Shy, and Akori. Defeat them, and the barrier will be broken down.
Yeah, why not? I'll fight the whole war for you. No reason for your guys to even be here. I got this. So we got a couple boss fights to do in a row. It looks like Akori Nurney. Here we come.
You may have seen the fall of other Nurney, but the next thing you will see is me celebrating my victory.
Again, let's see who celebrates the victory here. Mummified croc or not, the victory is mine. Let's go check out Shy Nurney.
Thus begins the draining of your strength and the restoration of my glory.
Unless I win, then it'll be your family's strength drained and my glory on the rise. Oh, that was Edo. Well, maybe now we'll go to Shy. Or Nebbit. I don't know. There's a lot of Nurneys. Right, Nebbit. I don't know. Whatever it is. I'm sure he won't be much harder than any of his siblings.
Fool! Once I've exhausted your power, Let us see if you still approach the great Nebbit Nurney with such disrespect.
Okay. Good luck. Alright, now Shay Nurney, I do believe. Yep, Shay's chambers.
You poor, pitiful wizard. I'm glad you showed up here. I will do you a favor. I shall put you out of your misery.
Alright, did I do it? Did I... open the portal?
First-rate work, Abigail. I may have taken a few risks, but you really put the lives of my men before your own. Now that we have the key to the throne room, we can continue the assault in there. You're a true hero in my book. If you ever decide on a military career, you're more than welcome in my unit. Report to Professor Winthrop and tell him of our successful assault. He should be ready to proceed into the throne room now.
Alright. So we have our fire our ice one.
You recovered the key. Oh my! This is a red letter day indeed. We must hurry. Now we can get inside the map room and find where the Order of the Fang is hiding. I have to gather some notes and then I'll meet you inside the map room. See you there. So you think you're worthy to enter the throne room of fire? Beware, it is a dungeon. Only 4 at a time can be in a dungeon, so bring your best warriors. And when everyone leaves, the level will reset in a short amount of time. You can replay this dungeon, allowing you to gain additional unique loot, but only if you survive.
Alright, let's do the dungeon. I think we have just enough time to do it. I believe I can solo it. I might be a little cray believing that. But I agree, I'm cray. Alright, I'm officially crazy.
There you are. I've got my notes now. Let's go to work tracking down the Order of the Fang, shall we? We'll most likely need to use a serpent staff, so I'll trust you to procure one for us. According to my notes, the Order of the Fang used magic to hide their location. Only by using a powerful artifact in this map room can we undo their spell. There, That slot must be where the serpent staff would go. And I remember Prince Manu Nurni swung it at my head when the Tuts attacked. I'd rather not have a repeat of that. Could you go down the hall and battle Prince Manu Nurni for the serpent staff? We must set things right. Right. Gotcha. We got this. None shall pass through the door unless all braziers burn with red flames. Who goes there? You shall pay for disturbing me, young wizard. Got that thing you were looking for? Or you told me to get it? Good work. Now, use the staff. We'll soon figure out the Order's secret location. It's no use. The staff isn't working. What could I have done wrong? Professor Winthrop stares at his notes in frustration, then looks up suddenly with a bright gleam in his eye. That's it! In ancient times, the Eye of Krok was placed here in this room, but Krokosphinx recently took it in a show of power. You must go further into Krokosphinx's lair, defeat him, and take back the Eye of Krok. Then we can find the Order of the Fang at last. You will test your might against me, and you will fail. Why even try, weakling? Because I don't think I'm gonna fail, and I can't wait to show you. Well. One of us was right. Splendid. We have the Eye of Krok. Since you defeated Krokoman, the Prince Manu Nurni, you deserve the honor of discovering the Order of the Fang. Go on, take the Eye of the Krok and the Serpent Staff and place them in the slots on the platform. Then repeat the ancient words that I taught you. You do as the professor says and shout the ancient words. Alakasera Kazam. A bright light flashes, and with the crackle, the map reveals the secret meeting place of the Order of the Fang. You've done it! The secret location of the Order of the Fang is revealed. Never would have thought to look there. It's on another island. I need to gather 1 or 2 other things here. Meet me back in the Altar of Kings. We can continue from there. Excellent. We finally know the Order of the Fang is. We finally know where the Order of the Fang is. Now we can find them. Get the Krokonomicon and keep it from falling into evil hands. Now that we know where to find the Order of the Fang, we'll need permission to explore there. Go speak with Sergeant Major Talbot by the lake outside. Tell him we may have found a way to set things right again. What? Ho! The Order of the Fang may have the secret to defeating the Tuts? Huh? And it's an old book, indeed. We must ensure that the book doesn't fall into the wrong hands then. Their inner lair must be explored at once. There's no time to lose. We set up ferries to the Krokosphinx before the Crocs attacked. Good thing, too. I barely have time to think. The boat's there in front of me. Take it across to the island. I hope you find this lair where the Order of the Fang hides out. We could use some good news.
Alright, now we can go. Which means we can do our side quests here. Let's check out this boat ride. Alright, so I might need to have to move that along before I can grab the side quest. We'll see.
Say, you're such a great warrior. You remind me of my father. He was the only Mander to fight in the Grand Arena. He even became a champion. I have had this dream for a long time to test my skills in the arena, but alas, I am not allowed in. Could you ask the arena master if the son of Oka could compete? You want a Mander to compete in the arena? Huh, you must be joking. Who put you up to this? Was it Bort? Such nonsense. Such a sense of humor. There was only one Mander who has achieved that feat, and I know no one will ever come close to his skills. Now that was a warrior. What? You say that Eiko is a descendant of Oka? Now you're really pulling my tail. Sure, I'll let him into the arena, but only if he has proof of such outlandish claims. You say that I can show off my skills in the arena? Oh, such great news! But I must have proof that my father was Oka. Oh well, I should have known it was too good to be true. Thank you anyway for trying, wizard. Hold on. Am I not the son of Great Oka? I can become as great as him if I dare to follow my dreams. You don't become grand champion by standing around in hallways. Okay, we need to get into the old trophy room. My father's equipment is in there. One of the Sandstalkers has a symbol of passage that will let you in. Go and find the Sandstalker who has the symbol of passage. Only then will you be able to enter the trophy room next to the entrance to the Colosseum. you have brought my father's equipment? I will be able to train for the arena now. Now, I will need to have this mark of the gladiator. But to get that will mean entering the hourglass chamber. That will require a time ribbon to protect from the time flux. A time ribbon will have to be made with the frozen silk. If you can defeat a couple of ice weavers, I will create the time ribbon. Care to clear out some cobwebs and some spiders down the hall? Yeah, I was actually thinking that those spiders needed cleared out anyway. Wonderful. You have the frozen silk. I'll get started on making the time ribbon. I used to make them in Mander school. There. With the time ribbon, you can enter the hourglass chamber without suffering the time flux. It's through this door right behind me. In there, you can find a way to gain my father's gladiator mark. Alright, I guess I'll do it and get this Mander into the arena, but I hope he will be alright because shouldn't he be the one doing this? Anyway, it's all good. I'll help him get into the arena, and then from there he's got to take care of himself. If you want to bridge the chasm between this world and the world beyond, you will have to answer to the sands of time. Prove that you are worthy. Okay. So, my boy has decided to stand up and reclaim my legacy. Well, it makes a father proud to hear that. I hope that with this newfound strength, he can use that power to defeat the Tuts and free the Mander race. That was something that I had hoped to do. Here, give him my mark of the gladiator so that he can continue my legacy. And I will be watching him, hoping that he can achieve his dreams, no matter how big they are. That was a good dad. So, you were able to retrieve my father's mark of the gladiator? Great. That means I will be able to try out in the grand arena. And you spoke to my father? He said he's proud that I'm carrying on the legacy? Why, that's great! I will do him proud and live up to his standards. Thank you, Wizard. I will never forget this. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't mind doing that. Alright, guys, it looks like it's that time. We have run out of time. So let's reflect on what we learned with today's webisode. We finished out the Place of Fire and defeated the Nurney family, which was an overly cocky family that really wasn't that powerful, I think. So I think cocky is not powerful, and yeah. But and then we moved on to the Krokosphinx and the Grand Arena, and we helped Oko carry on his father's legacy, and we've learned that his father actually wanted to do a lot more than he was actually capable of doing, and if he wasn't in the Grand Arena for himself, he was in the Grand Arena for his race, and I think that speaks a lot to certain cultures in today's world too. And I don't know, it kind of makes me think of the Olympics, you know, and
place where we all come together, but it's also a place where you can represent more than yourself. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? How did you guys enjoy the episode? And I hope that you did. And yeah, that's it for today's webisode. And we will continue on in future webisodes. And as always, walk with love.